Hey family, we're back to tape another video for you guys. We're gonna keep this one very simple too. We are gonna be working on Americana, which is a shoulder lock from side position. One that's really simple to drill. Also another great move to practice on your family member and share with them a little bit of jiu-jitsu. We're gonna ask the partner, the uki, to be on their back, maybe with their knees up, and especially with home alone, right? We're gonna deal with someone who's doing a decent home alone. So when I'm attacking a submission in general, the one thing that we're thinking about is control. Without control, a submission is just not gonna be successful. Where does control comes from side position, not from my arms, not at all. It comes from my weight, from my pressure, from the lack of space. If my partner's doing a great job in side position, with home alone, his elbows are really close. My job is by coming down and wedging myself in to open up the space, because my partner's arm is not in danger until his elbow and his wrist are all on the mat. It's not until he's there that he's gonna be able to be submitted. So that journey starts there. We're gonna start from hand under the head, hand under the armpit, and my number one concern in this Americana as of right now is to make sure that I can control the wrist. Consider this. I must first isolate the arm that I'm attacking. So because of that, I'm gonna bring my arm out from under the head, but as I do it, I don't wanna do it giving them too much room for them to react and counter. I'm gonna instead just circle my hand around the head and bring their elbow in as close as I can. The closer my elbow is to my knee, the tighter this Americana will eventually be. Second concern, I easily reach palm up and grab his wrist. But as we start struggling here, he punches his arm straight, I'm gonna lose that fight all the time, because that's where the weakness of my submission is at, where the gap between my fingertips and my thumbs is. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing my hand inside just like so. Once I'm on top of it, turn it palm down, or if it was someone very strong that's just simply not happening, I can also use my shoulder on their elbow joint to start opening the arm and making it weaker. What matters is that we get this wrist control. Not on the forearm, not on the hand, right at the wrist. Thumb or no thumb is up to you, but usually you want to go no thumb. If you think about it, the thumb only prevents him from coming towards you. What you want is something that prevents him from getting away from you. Instead, you switch to a monkey grip. You can always go a little bit deeper, almost where your fingertips are on the top of the watch, as the heel of your hand comes and traps the wrist. Now, I need to get this exact same grip with my hand that's under the armpit. I go under the armpit and I grab my own wrist. I gotta consider that at this point where the elbow and the shoulder are aligned, if I keep my elbow too far, it's not that hard for him to bring his elbow in, and I lose the submission. And on top of that, if he has a good pummeling technique, now he's halfway to my back. So in this early stage of the figure four, I wanna keep my elbow in close to his shoulder. We're almost there. Now it comes down to the fine details about making this an actual submission. So we don't wanna get carried away by the visual twist that this is, that my partner doesn't tap to. I wanna get rid of the mobility of the joint. I do that by bringing the elbow close to the hip and the hand close to the shoulder. Master Henso calls this the paintbrush. He drags the partner's knuckles on the mat against the mat, drags it in, and now my partner and I, we're both feeling this tension we created in a matter that now by just lifting the elbow a little bit and keeping his wrist where it's at, my partner taps and I have to leave. One more time, really quick. There you go, family. Americana.